Hi students, today we'll see about special purpose subsidiary books. Now cash book we have already done. After we have done cash book, we'll see what are the special purpose subsidiary books and what are their uses, how they are prepared. There are 8 special purpose subsidiary books, namely cash book, purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book, bills receivable book, bills payable book, and journal proper. All of them have specific uses. Now, in some of the companies, some of the firms, only journal, ledger, and trial are prepared. Some of the firms, some of the companies prefer to prepare cash book and also special purpose subsidiary books. Now, if you prepare special purpose subsidiary books, all the entries related to some special transactions, specific transactions will go to such books, and only few transactions will be left out that will be written in journal proper. For example, all the transactions related to cash and bank will go to cash book. All transactions of purchase of goods will come to purchase book. Sales of goods will go to sales book. Purchase return, sales return, bills payable, bills receivable in similar manner. So you just imagine what will be the entries remaining after that. Entries relating to depreciation, all these items will remain. So that will go to journal proper. Cash book you have already prepared. Cash book as well as petty cash book. Now let us see what is purchase book and how it is prepared. Now this is the format of a purchase book. Here you can see the format of a purchase book. First of all, we have date, then name of the supplier, thereafter invoice number, then LF, details, purchase, input CGST, input SGST, input IGST, and total amount. So these are the columns that you need to make for preparing a purchase book. Now let us see a question and try to solve it. The question is here, question number 2 in this book. Messrs. Ram Narayan and Sons of Kerala, who are dealers in ready-made garments, purchase the following. Now please be particular about this. When we are talking of GST, we should always know what is the location where the firm or the company for which you are passing the entries is located. Now this is located in Kerala. So all the purchase that you made inside the Kerala, inside the state of Kerala, will be entered into CGST and IGST. The rate of GST will be divided by 2. Half of the amount will go to CGST, half of the amount will go to SGST. But if you make any purchase which is from outside Kerala, that will directly go to IGST. The full amount of GST will go to IGST. It will not be divided between CGST and IGST. Next thing is, in purchase book, we only record the purchase of goods. Goods means the item that we deal in, that we are purchasing for resale. Such items only will be recorded in the purchase book. Any item which you are not purchasing for resale, you are purchasing for self-consumption, will not be recorded in the purchase book. Also, all the items for which you have paid cash or cash purchases will not be recorded in the purchase book. Now this firm, Messrs. Ram Narayan and Sons, is located in Kerala, and they are dealers in ready-made garments. They deal in ready-made garments. They don't deal in any other item apart from garments. So whenever you will purchase something else apart from garments, it will not be recorded in the purchase book. So first of all, we have on 2017 May 2nd, purchase from Fashion House Mumbai. We are passing entries for Ram Narayan and Sons of Kerala. They have purchased from Mumbai. So Mumbai is in Maharashtra, which is another state. Now whenever you purchase something from any another state, it will be entered in the IGST column. You will not enter it in CGST or SGST. So first of all, you will write the name Fashion House Mumbai. So 2017 May 2nd, I have written Fashion House Mumbai. What you have purchased is 100 shirts at the rate of 1800 per shirt and 75 t-shirts at the rate of 1600 per piece. So same thing you need to write here, 100 shirts at the rate of 1800 per shirt and 75 t-shirts at the rate of 1600 per t-shirt. And then calculate what is the total amount. 100 shirts at 1800 per shirt gives us rupees 1,80,000. 75 t-shirts at the rate of rupees 1600 per t-shirt gives us rupees 1,20,000. The total of 1,80,000 and 1,20,000 is 3 lakh. After that, they have given a trade discount of 20%. So we will also subtract 20% trade discount. From 3 lakh, when you subtract 20%, it comes to 60,000. So 3 lakh minus 60,000 is 2,40,000. This 2,40,000 net amount you will write in the purchase column. You write it in the column of purchase. Now, below the question it is told, prepare purchase book assuming that CGST is at the rate of 9% and SGST is at the rate of 9%. So 9 and 9 altogether it's 18. As I told you, since it is purchased from outside the state, we will not write in CGST or SGST column. We will directly calculate 18% and write here. So 2,40,000 is the net purchase. You will calculate 18% of 2,40,000. When you calculate 18% of 2,40,000, you get 43,200. This will be entered in the input IGST column. Now purchase 2,40,000 plus input IGST will give you the total amount. So 2,83,200 is the total amount that we have written in the total amount column. Next, on May 10th, we have purchase from Apollo Garments, Kerala. This is purchased from Kerala itself. So it is inside the state. Here you will have CGST and SGST. What they have purchased? 65 shirts at the rate of 2,000 per piece and 80 t-shirts at the rate of 1,500 per piece. So from Apollo Garments, Kerala on May 10th, 65 shirts at the rate of 2,000 per shirt and 80 t-shirts at the rate of 1,500 per t-shirt. 65 into 2,000 is 1,30,000 and 80 t-shirts, 80 into 1,500 is 1,20,000. 1,30,000 plus 1,20,000 gives us rupees 2,50,000. So 2,50,000 is the total purchase made. Here also we have trade discount at the rate of 20%. So less 20% trade discount, that is 50,000. 2,50,000 minus 50,000 will give us 2 lakh. That is the net purchase. 2 lakh will be written in the purchase column. This is the net purchase. Now, since this is purchased inside Kerala, so you write 9% CGST and 9% SGST. You don't need to write anything in the IGST column. 9% CGST and 9% SGST will be written. So 9% of 2 lakh is 18,000. So 18,000 in both CGST and SGST I have written. Total amount you will get purchase plus CGST plus SGST. You will get the total amount. That is 2 lakh plus 18,000 plus 18,000. 2,36,000 is the total amount that you have got. After this, you can see the next transaction or the next entry. On May 15, purchase from Garden Furniture House, Kolkata, 12 chairs. You have purchased chair, but Ram Narayan and Sons of Kerala are dealers in ready-made garments. So they should have purchased garments, then only it would have been considered as goods for resale. But they have purchased chair. It might have been purchased for their personal use or other office use. So this will not be entered in the purchase book. At last we have May 25th, purchase from Amitabh Shirts, New Delhi for cash. So whenever you have purchased for cash, this will also not be entered in the purchase book. It will be entered in the cash book since cash has been paid. So there is no other transaction, and in this way we have completed this question. One thing to note here is freight charges payable were rupees 10,000 and rupees 2,000 here. These freight charges will not be recorded in the purchase book, although it will be recorded in journal proper. Whenever there are freight charges, you will record it in the journal proper, not in the purchase book. So this is the total sum that we have made. You can see here. I will also send you a picture of this. After watching this video, if you have any queries, you can contact me and I will send you a few questions to solve. Those questions you will solve, click the pictures and send me the solution personally on WhatsApp as soon as possible. Till then, thank you very much and bye.